India and China are the two most populous nations in the world. Both started their modern economic journey around the same time after the independence and the revolution. Yet, but today the China economically is nearly 5 times larger than the India. The question is not whether the India has the potential, but how India can realistically change the China's economically level in the coming decades. The journey depends on the policy discipline, long-term vision, and the exhaustion at the scale. A China rises was not an accidental. It followed a clear long-term strategy. First of all, it's focused on a manufacturing, heavy investment in infrastructure, export-led growth, strong state coordination with the private industry. India must not copy the China blindly, but it must learn from what worked. China turned itself into a factory of the world, and India still relies heavily on the services. To catch up, India must build to produce and export at the massive scale. A manufacturing contributes over 27% to China's GDP, while the India is around only 15%. To reach the Chinese level, the Indian must expand Make in India and Make for the world, create a large industrial cluster, simplify land acquisition and the labor law, encourage electronics, semiconductor, EVs, defense and the machineries. A manufacturing creates the millions of jobs, export earnings and the technological capabilities. Without a strong manufacturing, the India cannot match the Indian economic power. China invested aggressively in the high-speed rails, mega ports, expressways, reliable electricity. India has improved significantly, but the speed and the scale must increases. The key properties: a faster freight corridors, the world-class ports and the logistics, stable and cheap electricity, urban infrastructure for a smart city. Every one invested in the infrastructure multiply economically growth. Infrastructure is not expensive; it's an investment. China focuses heavily on the STEM education, technical universities, and industrial skill. India has a young population, but a demographic divide and work only if a youth are skilled. The India must reform the school education quality, expand the vocational and the training, align the skill and the industrial needs, promote research and the innovation. A skilled workforce turns the population into power, and any skilled one become a burden. China plans to 10 to 20-year horizon. The India often think of 5-year election cycles. The India needs stable long-term industrial policies, a policies consistency across the governments, strong coordination between the center and the state government, business growth when they trust the system will not change suddenly. Economic growth requires the political maturity. As China becomes rich by exporting the world, the India's exports are still relatively low for its size. The India must improve the product quality, reduce the logistic cost, sign a